Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, as most of you have probably found out by now, Rockstar has patched, with the tuner update, our glitch of getting into the FIB building with the Deluxo or the oppressor. What we used to do is we used to come right as I'm doing here, and we'd simply fly up between these two pillars and fly into the FIB building. Unfortunately, now we do get killed. But don't worry, there is still a ton of ways of getting into the FIB building with your friends, and I'm going to show a couple of those ways right now. Keep on watching. So the first way we're going to glitch into the FIB building with your friends is by using the cargo helicopter. Now you can either call a Pegasus cargo helicopter, in this case I'm using a private helicopter, and if you don't have a Pegasus one or a private one, you can always get a free cargo helicopter down from the Los Santos airport. Just simply drive around there, one will spawn for you. Now if you take the helicopter all the way up to the very top of the FIB building, just as I'm doing here, it does take a while, but once you get up there, there's a large window at the very top. And what you want to do is you want to place the helicopter just as I'm going to here. There's the skylight window I was just talking about. I'm going to just fly in from the other side. It's a little easier for me. What you want to do is you want to place the front two tires right on that black little triangle at the very top. Now this does take a couple of attempts if this is your first time, and even I've done this many times before, and I was even messing up a couple times here. But what you want to do is you want to fly your cargo helicopter just like I'm doing right here with the front two tires right on that triangle. Once you've done that, you can simply get out of your helicopter. I would pull out a gun. It does make it a whole lot easier. And what you want to do is you want to go right into the little crevices under here, and you want to roll underneath of the helicopter. So as you can see, the helicopter is kind of a space underneath of it. What you want to do is you want to roll just underneath of that. Once you've done that, what's going to happen is the cargo helicopter is going to start pushing you. Now, sometimes it'll push you off to the side. As you can see, it's done that a few times for me. But what will eventually happen is it's going to actually push you right through that glass into the FIB building, along with any of your friends that are coming along for the ride. So all they have to do is roll underneath of the cargo helicopter, just as I'm doing. And there you go, you got pushed down into the FIB building. This is one way to glitch inside of the FIB building with your friends. Okay, number 2 on our list of glitching inside of the FIB building is a job teleport. Now I'm going to include the job teleport down in the description below, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to add that to your jobs list. Once you've done that, you do have to log back into your system to make sure that it has taken. And all you need to do is you need to press your options, online, job, play job, your bookmark jobs, and then go down to stunt races. Now, you're going to see the job that you've now added down below. It's named the FIB building, or FIB, sorry. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to accept this job. You've probably seen in some of my other videos how we job teleport. That's exactly what you're doing. You can go ahead and accept that job, and you're now going to disconnect your controller. Once you've disconnected your controller, what it's going to do is it's going to put you on this screen for a little bit. You want to sit here for a while. Now, I sat here for an extra long period of time. One, because I didn't want to job fail it on video. Second, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know how much you guys mean to me. If you do like the video I'm bringing you today and you want to see more of these kind of videos, please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help out the channel, and it lets me know that these are the kind of videos you guys like to get. As well as if you want to get these glitches as I'm releasing them, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And believe it or not, I actually do read all your comments. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. I don't always get a chance to get back to you on time, as this is not my job. I actually do have a real job outside of this. So at this point, all we're doing is we're just waiting, in this case an extra long period of time, just to make sure that we've job failed in the background. Once we know we've done it, or I think I've done it, I'm going to go ahead and hit the PlayStation button or the Xbox button, and we're going to load back in. Now, once you've hit the PlayStation or Xbox button, it's going to bring you into this sort of screen right here. Now, you believe it or not, I'm actually still on the ceiling, and I didn't realize that when I was recording it, because I couldn't quite see yet. Now, to be able to see the interior, you need to do one of two things. Either you need to go into first-person perspective, same as this, or you need to fall. And the best way to fall is simply to up-n-atomize yourself. Now, the reason it wasn't working here is because I was actually still on the ceiling, and I completely forgot when I was filming this. But as I walked around here, I did end up falling through the ceiling, and as soon as I fell, of course, the interior rendered for me. If you are inside and you cannot see, keep in mind you can go into first person, or you can try to trip over something, or in this case, use the up-n-atomizer, so it kind of blows you back, causes you to fall over, and then the interior will render for you. Okay, our third way of glitching into the FIB building is by using the thruster. Now, for you that have seen my videos before, you can use the thruster to get underneath of the map and avoid a lot of the kill zones. However, in this case, that area has been patched. Now, it is very, very, very important that you go inside of your facility and drive your thruster out of your facility for this glitch to work. You cannot call your mechanic and have the thruster appear. If you do that, the glitch will not work. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to drive our thruster outside of our facility, just as I've done here. And what you want to do is you want to make your way over to Los Santos Customs. As you can see, as I'm approaching Los Santos Customs, I'm coming in from the east side. You can see this is the Los Santos Customs right in the middle of the map. I think everyone is familiar with this place. This seems to be the place a lot of people go to for car shows. Now, I'm facing the wall right here. Between the two pillars on the left-hand side, there's this kind of green texture window here. What we want to do is we want to fly the thruster right up against this. It's located right here on the map. This is the exact spot you want to be. Now, I just want to go on the left side of this pole a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to take our thruster right up against the wall. We're going to fly straight up, and we're going to start, as we're flying up, we're going to push forward. As you can see, we're already starting to glitch through the wall. I was kind of slowing down here just to show you guys where the glitch spot was. When you do eventually do it, though, you want to go right in there with a lot of thrust, kind of push up and push your joystick in at the same time. Once you've made it inside, simply start dropping down, and you will now be able to go underneath of the map in your thruster. This will let you take your thruster underneath the map. Please don't try not to use this for trolling anybody, as it really is an unfair advantage. At this point, what we're going to go do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to mark the FIB building right where we want to go. Now, we want to be down on the south side of the FIB building. This is because there is actually a parking garage underneath of the FIB building. A lot of you guys know about that. For the ones that don't, there's an underground parking garage there. You want to make sure you fly low enough that you're not going to fly into one of the subway tunnels or into that parking garage. Otherwise, you'll get stuck in the subway tunnel. If this happens, you won't be able to see, but don't worry. If you go ahead and up-n-atomize yourself, you'll be able to see again. So here we are, just flying up through the FIB building up here. We're now inside the FIB building, and all we have to do is fly up to a location that we want to glitch inside of. Now, most of these locations are at the very top. There's actually multiple levels inside the FIB building, varying on where you want to go. I'm going to leave this up to you exactly which level you want to glitch into, but as you can see, I'm just flying up here, kind of on the northeast side a little bit. This was the area I went to and glitched to as well. I've just landed on something solid. All I need to do is get off my thruster. Once again, if you guys forget, if you don't see an interior, you can do one of two things. You can either go into first-person perspective to see the interior, just like this. But this is a little awkward for like walking around. Or the second thing you can do is you can trip over something or up-n-atomize yourself to cause you to fall. So in this case, I'm just going to pull out my up-n-atomizer and I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a boost. There we go. Now the entire interior has completely shown up for me. So once again, now I can go ahead and explore the interior of the FIB building. Okay, for our next way of exploring the FIB building, we're going to use the Titan of the Job exploration glitch. Now, this isn't so much as a glitch, but it's really easy to use. All you need to do is go ahead and press the options button, press online, go to jobs, play job, Rockstar created, missions, and what you want to do is you want to start up Titan of a Job. Now, when you're in Titan of a Job, what it does is it gets rid of most of the kill zones. This is a great way of exploring underneath the map and checking out all the different apartments. If you want to go into Bahama Mama's or Franklin's aunt's house, you can get into all of those ones. So just go ahead, what you want to do is you want to confirm settings, and if you want to bring friends with you, you can bring up to 3 friends with you. In this case, I'm going to go solo, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit the play button. Now, it is at nighttime. I completely forgot that when filming. I should have done a glitch so it was daytime so you could see a little bit better, so it will be a little dark here. But you can go ahead and use any vehicle you want. In this case, I went ahead and I called my Deluxo. If you forgot to call the Deluxo, not a problem. You can still use your mechanic while you're inside of Titan of a job. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly over to this location right here. This is what I call the horseshoe. There's an apartment down here you can buy, but if you don't know where this horseshoe is, I'm marking it right here on the map so you can see it. It's just above the Eclipse Tower, and there's an arcade there as well. So you just want to go to this location that I'm showing you right here on the map right now. Now I'm going to show you a couple of different ways underneath the map, but I'm just going to show you this one right now for this particular glitch. Now what you want to do is you want to bring your Deluxo over to this building right here, drop it down so it's just sitting there. Now go ahead and put it back into hover mode, kind of turn to the right, and what you want to do is you want to fly through the wall right here as you're kind of pulling up in the joystick a little bit. Now this will get you underneath of the map. Now at this point, what you want to do is you want to be very, very careful you do not hit any water hazards. Swimming pools do count as a water hazard, and there's a lot of houses here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually using my little mini map in the bottom left-hand corner to fly the streets, just till I'm down into the city where I know there's no more swimming pools. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to fly all the way over to the FIB building that once again, what we want to do is we want to come in from the south side of the FIB building so we avoid those pesky subway tunnels. Sorry about that. And so we don't accidentally hit that parking garage. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fly down here. As you can see, I can see the subway tunnels just up here to my right. I want to make sure I'm flying well below those. I don't want to accidentally glitch inside of a subway tunnel. And I'm just going to head over to the south side of the FIB building, same as we've done before. And I want to just kind of rock my vehicle up and inside the FIB building from the south side to avoid that parking garage. So that's just lifting my front end, giving it some gas, then doing the same with the back end, then the front end and the back end, and we just keep doing this. This will take us straight up and inside the FIB building. Keep in mind, if you have a friend with you, the Deluxo is probably a little bit more preferable than the Oppressor for that, especially for the glitch location we used to get inside of here for this particular glitch. So I'm just sitting here. This time, instead of going to the north side of the building, I'm staying on the south side of the building, because what I want to do is I want to get into a different level of the FIB building. There's, there must be at least 10 different levels that you can glitch into. So I'm going into the south side till I kind of hit something here. Fortunately, I did miss it. Don't worry if that happens. Just make sure you're in hover mode and just keep going back up again until you hit that invisible wall. Now, once you glitch inside, just as I have here, what you can do is, instead of using your up-n-atomizer, what you can do is, as you're moving the vehicle, just hit triangle to jump out of it. This works a little bit better if you're spinning the vehicle, but obviously if you can do this, this will bring you inside the FIB building. Now, it's also very important to note that exactly where I am, there is a lot of flashing lights. So you might want to try to avoid this glitch if you do suffer from epilepsy. I don't know if the flashlight's really helping you here. I'm going to make sure I put a disclaimer up on the screen before you go ahead and watch this. Okay, the 5th glitch today is a glitch that makes your character seem as though he's in your casino penthouse when you're actually out underneath of the map, and this will allow you to go underneath of the map without being killed. Now, you are going to need this job that I have right here. Again, I'm going to link this in the description down below so you can add this. And as you can see, when I enter the job, it says press right to enter. You do not want to do that just yet. What you want to do is you want to go right here, just to the right of the telephone, so it says press right to access phone services. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to press right on this, and as we're walking to the phone, we're going to press right again once we get the press right to enter. So I've hit right, and I've hit it again as I was walking towards the phone. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and press and hold the interaction menu.
Tom Connors here. How can I help
What's
you,
happened
sir?
here is it's given us 2 menus. So all we want to do is we want to press the arrow up button. This will let us go into our apartment. We'll now back out of the menu, We're going to go over to the exit door and we're going to enter our casino. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to leave the exit door and go back to the exit door, and this time we're going to exit the apartment. Once we've exited the apartment, we're going to spawn outside. We're going to turn around and we're going to walk back into the casino, and we're going to go ahead and try to enter the casino. What should happen is, if you hit the glitch correctly, is you are now going to fall through the map. As you can see, the glitch did work for me. Now what's going to happen is, once you fall into the map, you're going to spawn up here on surface. But you're going to notice that in your bottom left-hand corner, your little mini map is not showing anything. When I increase the map size, it does show this area, but it's also showing that I am now inside my casino. And as you can see, my CEO circle is in a completely different spot. So the game thinks that I'm actually inside my casino at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call my Deluxo, so we can once again glitch underneath the map.
You're through to your garage. You need me to bring you a ride? I'll bring it by.
Now you're going to notice though that whenever you call a vehicle, it is going to appear by the casino. So if you're somewhere else on the map and you've lost your car, you've destroyed it for whatever reason, it's always going to spawn up here by the casino. So let's go ahead and get our Deluxo, and I'll show you a different spot of getting underneath the map than the last one. It's also worth pointing out at this point that you are off the radar. Nobody else can see you on the radar while you're doing this glitch. As well as, if you're taking any friends with you into the FIB building, make sure that they have also done the off-the-radar glitch as well, or they will end up dying. So there's my car over here, so let's go ahead and get in my Deluxo, and I'm going to fly you up over to the building just to the right of the Eclipse Tower. That's the building we're going to use to get into the Eclipse Tower for this particular glitch. I wanted to show you a couple different ways of getting underneath the map. So in this particular case, we're going to use this little building with the Space Monkey 3D sign on it just to the right of the Eclipse Tower. It is located right here on the map, as I'm just showing you, kind of between your arcade and the Eclipse Tower. A lot of people do have the Eclipse Tower as one of their main apartment buildings and garages. So it's the building that has Space Monkey 3D on the east side of the building. Now what you want to do is you want to fly down just as I am here, just underneath of this kind of ledge that's sticking out. And what you want to do is you want to take your Deluxo and fly it to the very end, just so you hit the wall up in the corner, and then you can fly straight up and inside. So just like I'm doing right here, once we drop down, we're actually on a little bit of a ledge here, but we can use our Deluxo now at this point to fly underneath of the map. And that's exactly what we're going to do. You've already seen this part of the glitch, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead down to the Eclipse building, or down to the FIB building, sorry about that, down to the south side of the building so we avoid those tunnels. I cannot emphasize that enough. You want to make sure you avoid the tunnels, and you want to make sure you avoid that parking garage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to fly down underneath of the map, just like I'm doing right here, by using our Deluxo, just flying it straight down and under. We're going to make sure we're low enough that we're going to avoid those subway tunnels, and that we are going to go to the south side of the FIB building. This is also a great way of going out and exploring some of the other areas as well. There's a lot of apartments, there's side splits, there's the Franklin's aunt's house. Any of these buildings that you want to glitch into, you can now do it using this particular glitch. So we're doing this. You've already seen me do this a few times before. Hopefully by now you know exactly where to go. That's the south side of the FIB building. Once again, you're going to want to take your car and you're going to want to put your front end up, give it a little bit of gas once you're over here. Then you're going to put your back end up and put it in reverse. And you just want to sit there and teeter-totter the car back and forth until you are up all the way. So here we go, we're just teeter-tottering the car on the south side of the building. We're now past the parking garage. We're past this little interior. You can actually go in and explore that interior if you want. In this case, I'm going to avoid the whole epilepsy warning, and we're going to go over to the north side of the building, a little bit to the east. This is a nicer little clean area that we can go ahead and explore. Again, keep in mind there are multiple levels, and not all the levels in the FIB building are connected. So you do kind of have to watch where you're coming up. because you can come up in like a destroyed section, you can come up in the FIB clean section where there's actually some NPCs in there as well. Once you come down and land, just give your car a little bit of a spin and hit triangle. Unfortunately, we're still too low here, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to fly this back up once again. Once we've hit something, we know we've hit something. We've obviously hit something there. Let's put our car into hover mode. We're going to give the car a bit of a spin. As we get the car spinning, we're going to go ahead and hit triangle. This will kick us out of the car, make our character fall, and we'll spawn the interior, so we do not have to up-and-atomize ourselves or go in first-person mode. It's also important at this point that you do not touch the car or the interior is going to vanish. If that happens, don't worry, just up-and-atomize yourself, trip over something, or go in first-person mode and you'll be able to see again. But I'm just going to return the vehicle back to my personal storage here so we can go ahead and explore. This is a great place to explore. Take your friends with you or whatever. And yes, there are some NPCs in here. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Okay, not very talkative. Well, good for you. In any case, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me today. You guys have been great. I've been me, you've been you, and we'll see you on the other side.